Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I just got back from a beautiful hike and walked in my house and thought to myself, well, now would be an excellent time for a video, right? Of course. So what I'm going to be showing you today is one of my favorite meals for not only great health, maximum weight loss, but it's great to put on your Thanksgiving table. What are the odds of that? Now, before I show you this meal, you know I'm gonna say, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos that I post, which is every Monday. Although today's Friday and it's a special week, I'm doing 3 videos this week. So see, if you're not subscribed, you're never gonna know when I do stuff like this. I love to show you how you can live and thrive on a whole foods plant-based lifestyle really easily. I struggled for so long to just make this lifestyle stick, and once I figured out how to do it really simple, it became like a passion of mine to just share that with everyone. So that is what I do here on this channel. Please consider subscribing, like I said, if you haven't, and I hope to see you around. Okay, now onto this dish, and before I show you how I make these amazing, yummy mashed potatoes, I want you to know something. I know you've seen mashed potato recipes before. They're all over the internet, but here's the kicker. Number 1, these are my mashed potatoes. You've never seen these before. Number 2, I have a special magical ingredient that I put in these. So you're gonna wanna make sure, yes, that you stick till the end of this video so you can see what it is. Now, I know there's some of y'all out there thinking like, this lady's crazy. Tia, how am I gonna lose maximum weight loss, much less any weight, eating mashed potatoes? And listen, I get it. But you have to understand, the potato is one plant that doesn't have a ton of calories. So if you're not adding butters and oils and cheeses and sour creams, which are very calorically dense, if you're not adding that to your potato, you can eat lots of it, fill your stomach, satisfy yourself, and not go overboard with the calories. And that's one of the great things about a whole foods plant-based diet. Not only is it amazing for optimal health, but most plants are low in calories, allowing you to eat a large volume of them, filling your stomach, satisfying you, and not going overboard for the day with your calories. Now, that's not including nuts, seeds, and avocados, but again, most plant foods are lower on the caloric density scale. So now you may be wondering, well, if we're not adding butters and oils and all that other shenanigans, how in the hell are these mashed potatoes gonna taste good? Well, let's just move on to this recipe and I'll show you, right? So I'm using an entire bag of yellow potatoes for this recipe. I love to use yellow potatoes. You can use any potatoes you want, but I find that these are so, when you cook them, they're so much more creamier than other potatoes, and the skin is really thin. So if you want to peel the skin off, I like to do it after they're cooked. It's just so easy to do. Now I'm just taking all of these potatoes and quartering them, or just some of them I just sliced in half. But this amount is enough to make about 6 servings. So just keep that in mind. If you, need to serve more than 6 people, let's say you're making this for Thanksgiving, then you need to double or quadruple this recipe. So again, just keep that in mind. So once all of these are cut, I'm just gonna be throwing them in my Instant Pot. Now, one trick that, if you've been following me for a while, you may have heard me say before, I think it's a smart idea to cook your potatoes ahead of time so things just go faster on the day that you wanna make this. So again, if you're making this for Thanksgiving, it would be really wise to cook your potatoes this weekend. And then on Thursday, or hopefully you're making this the day before, you can just grab the potatoes, take them already cooked out of the refrigerator, and you can just proceed with the next steps, which would basically be mashing the potatoes and adding my delicious magical ingredient. So now I'm just throwing these in my Instant Pot. If you don't have one, that's totally fine. You can just cook the potatoes. You can boil them on the stove and then they're done when you can pierce them with a fork and they're super soft, but I'm just throwing mine in for 8 minutes and then we're gonna get to the mashing. All right, so when these are done, you probably want to let them cool. I did not. These babies were hot. So, like I said, I like to take this skin off of my potatoes when I make mashed potatoes. I know some people like to leave the skin on, and that's, you know, whatever preference you prefer. But I like to take the skin off, and I find the best way to do this is to actually just pinch it off. If you can see me putting it down on the cutting board, I literally can just pinch off the skin. Now this one's obviously giving me a little bit of trouble, of course, but I mean easily, especially after the Instant Pot, you can just peel that skin right off and it goes pretty quick. All right, so put your potatoes aside and let's make this magical ingredient I keep talking about. It's not so much an ingredient, it's a sauce, if you will, but get a pan and we're going to be sauteing half of a red onion. It doesn't have to be a red onion, but I just like to use a red onion for this. And 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. Now, I would saute the onions in water or veggie broth. I do not use oil. I don't recommend that you use oil yourself. And I would wait till those are nice and cooked, and then I would add the garlic, but my garlic was already in there, so you know, that's fine. But what we're doing here is we want to caramelize these onions, and you may find that you have to keep adding a little bit of veggie broth because it's going to evaporate, and that's fine. Just keep it on the side for when you need it. But I don't know about you, but I love caramelized onions, and this is so good with these potatoes. But get this, we're not just putting the onions in the potatoes. We're making a cream sauce, y'all. So I am putting in 1 can of light coconut milk. Now, here's the deal with the coconut milk. We're making a casserole here, so I'm not gonna be eating all of the calories and all the fat from the coconut milk. But if you wanna do maximum weight loss, I would go ahead and just do a regular plain almond milk or soy milk, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, what we're doing is I'm putting the milk in my blender and I'm adding my caramelized onions to that, and we are just gonna blend this up. Oh yes, and the garlic's in there. We're gonna blend this up and make a delicious sauce, or I shouldn't say sauce, a cream that we're gonna be putting in the mashed potatoes and blending it together. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I am taking my cooked potatoes and I'm pouring in the cream sauce. Now you don't want to pour in all of the sauce because you don't want to accidentally make it too watery. So just pour a little bit in there, blend it up and see how it comes out. And blend it however you need to. I love to use a hand blender, but this one only had 1 blade, so I ended up using a potato masher, but you know, whatever floats your boat. Now, once you get them nice and creamy, of course, taste them because that's what you do, and then I would go ahead and add some salt, just salt, you know, until you like how it tastes. Yes, I did just stick the fork back in there after I tasted, but we won't tell anybody, okay? And I also went ahead and added a little bit of garlic granules. You can do garlic powder or garlic salt if you want, but I just added a little bit more of that. I felt like it needed it and blended it up one more time, and that was it. So easy, so delicious. Now let me tell you a little secret here. To take this over the edge, of course, top with some parsley, but go ahead and add some vegan bacons. You know what I'm talking about? It's not real bacon, it's bacons. Y'all, I am telling you, these are so scrumptious. And like I said Wednesday with my stuffing recipe video, if you haven't seen that, I'll go ahead and put it up there at the top and link it in the description box. But like I said with the stuffing, it's not Thanksgiving without this. It's not Thanksgiving for me without stuffing. It's not Thanksgiving for me without mashed potatoes. And quite frankly, it's not every day for me without potatoes. I eat potatoes all the time. So try these out, let me know what you think. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know to do more like these. Obviously, I won't be doing more Thanksgiving videos throughout the year, but you know what I mean. And also, if you haven't had a chance to check out my new 28-day guide, Simple Vegan Mama, not to be confused with Hungry Vegan Mama, you're gonna wanna go check that out. In this book, I show you all of the different tricks that I did to really make this lifestyle stick. And of course, I give you a 28-day meal plan guide to help you just get your feet wet and make this lifestyle stick once and for all. All right, so you guys have a great day. I will be seeing you on my regular video day, which is Monday, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Okay, talk to y'all later. Bye.